this is cause number 2015-60386 in the interest of Ashlyn and David Williamson. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Jamie Williamson, and I'm their mother.
Sir, your name and your relationship to the children.
Loyal Williamson. I'm the father of the children.
All right, and counsel, your name and who you represent.
Good morning, Judge. My name is Samantha Gonzalez, and I represent Jamie Williamson.
Okay, and representing the state.
I'm Marcella Turner.
Okay, we've got a suit for modification of child support.
That's correct, Your Honor.
We have a hearing. Do we have any stipulations?
We do, Your Honor. And if I could go ahead and proceed with the stipulations.
Sure, please.
The parties have agreed that Mr. Williamson will continue to cover the children through his employer for the medical and the dental insurance, and that total amount of credit that he should receive per month for providing the insurance for the two children only is a total amount of $225.41. That includes both medical and dental insurance.
How much? I'm sorry.
$225.41.
Okay.
And that concludes the stipulations, Your Honor.
And so the issue is whether there's going to be a modification of the child support. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
That's correct, Judge.
All right. Let's proceed.
At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Williamson. Ms. Williamson,
Yes.
I'm sorry, if I could pause for a second, Your Honor. The state would ask that the court take judicial notice of the prior court order signed on February 5th of 2016, where Mr. Williamson was ordered to pay $2,100 in child support beginning March 1st of 2016.
Oh, let me find out.
It's 42 pages, so it may be hard to.
Okay, proposed agreed order of February 1st, 2016. Do you know what page the child support portion is on?
Yes, let me see. Page 20. No, hold on. Not 21. That's the health insurance. It is on page 16 of the order.
Oh, 14, 15, 16. It's ordered that Doyle David Williamson Jr. is obligated to pay and shall pay to Jamie Nicole Kemper Williamson child support of $2,100 per month, with the first payment being due and payable on March 1st, 2016. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Your
And
Honor.
are we seeking an increase or a decrease in this matter?
An increase, Your Honor.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. At this time, the state would also like to offer into evidence what has been marked as State's Exhibit 1, which is the most recent check stub received from Ms. Williamson with the pay period date or the pay date as of July 2nd of 2021.
You submitted that and sent it to be printed? Okay, I see it.
Yes.
This is with Baker Hughes. Any objections, Ms. Gonzalez?
No, Judge, none.
Any objections, Mr. Williamson?
For increase, yeah.
No. To admit the statement of earnings.
Oh, no, there's no objection.
Okay. So states Exhibit 1. Which is the statement of earnings, is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Williamson. Ms. Williamson, after we received the paycheck stubs regarding Mr. Williamson's income, did we have an opportunity to speak regarding what the new proposed guideline child support amount should be?
Yes, ma'am.
And that amount was stated to be based under the Texas Family Code guidelines, an amount of $2,300, the new proposed guideline amount. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you say $2,300?
Yes, Your Honor,
All
$2,300.
right.
And were you in agreement with the child support being modified based off the guideline amount that we spoke about?
Yes, ma'am.
And in regards to the stipulation that I read into the record, was that your agreement regarding the medical?
Yes,
and dental?
ma'am.
And did anyone force you to make that agreement?
No.
And do you believe the court granting a modification upwards and approving that stipulation would be in the best interest of your two children?
Yes.
No further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness.
Ms. Gonzalez, do you have any questions for your client?
Just one, Judge. Ms. Williamson, when was the last time that this order was modified?
Whenever we received our divorce in
So in
2016.
2016, okay.
Yes.
And that amount, again, for the record, was how much that you were receiving at that time?
2,100.
Okay, that's all, Your Honor. Pass this witness.
All right, Mr. Williamson, do you have any questions for Ms. Williamson? I can't really see. All I see is your forehead
Oh,
on this thing. There we go. Do you have any questions for Ms. Williamson?
no, I don't have any.
All right, call your next witness.
The state would like to call Mr. Williamson. Mr. Williamson, did you have an opportunity to provide me the check stubs that were just admitted into the record just a few moments ago prior to this hearing?
Did I have opportunity?
Yes, did you have an opportunity to provide
No,
that
did you-
information through email?
No, did you provide them?
Yes, I provided them.
Okay, that's, all right. Go ahead.
And do you have the paycheck stub for the pay date where you were paid on July 2nd in front of you right now?
No.
Could you pull it up for me, please? So we can, and
Okay,
that's the pay. Okay, you have it in front of you. And could
Yes.
you read into the record what your total year-to-date gross earnings are on the second page at the very top?
88,148. 88,148.
And is that 30 cents as well?
Yes,
And have you been at this job since the beginning of January of 2021? Have you always been at this employer?
yes,
And do you have any other biological children under the age of 18 living in
no
your home?
other, no other biological, no.
Okay. Now, after we obtained the gross income that you have earned from January of 2021 up until that date, I was able to calculate the new proposed guideline child support amount. Is that correct?
Correct.
And I stated to you at that time that the new guideline amount would be $2,300. Is that also correct?
That is correct.
And were you in agreement with the child support being modified to the $2,300?
No.
And why is that, Mr. Williamson?
Well, when we started this, when I filed to have this looked at to be modified a year and a half ago, that was when everything hit and been furloughed and work cut and all that stuff. And I was in a bind and Now here we are, we drug it out. Of course, things are coming back now, which is reflected on my pay stubs. So that is why I'm in disagreement.
All right, and you, your first court date regarding this matter, not the initial time that you requested a modification, but your first court date regarding this matter was in January of 2021. Is that about right? Does that sound about right to you?
That's correct.
And so at that time, I know we did a reset, but at that time, would it be fair to say that we wouldn't have had much income regarding or much information regarding your income as of this year, regardless, to really be able to determine whether or not a modification would be warranted at that time?
That's probably the case.
Okay. And so since your divorce in 2016 and with it being 2021, there have been 3 years that have occurred since that time, correct?
That's correct. It was 3 years.
And the difference between, mhm.
It was 3 year requirement, or it had to be required 3 years to do the modification check, which is when I filed last year, to have it checked.
Okay, but there have been 3 years since 2016 and 2021. Would you agree to that?
Yes,
And the difference between $2,100 and $2,300 is over $100, correct?
oh yeah.
All right, no further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness.
Ms. Gonzalez, do you have any questions of Mr. Williamson?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Turner, do you have any other witnesses?
No further witnesses, Your Honor.
You rest.
Yes, but I would like to make a closing statement if possible.
Well, let's see. Ms. Gonzalez, do you have any witnesses you wish to present?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so you rest.
Yes.
And Mr. Williamson, do you have any witnesses you wish to present? Or anything you want to say at this point if you don't have witnesses?
I don't have no witnesses, but like I said, I'm trying to get this looked at and help out when everything went down, and now I'm just trying to get things back in order, and that was the whole reason why I was pushing to have it at least looked at.
All right.
I'm expecting to have it increased.
All right, Ms. Turner, you have any closing argument?
Yes, Your Honor. Based off of the evidence and testimony that has been presented here today, the state believes that a modification would be in the best interest of its children and is therefore warranted under the Texas Family Code regarding the 3 years since the prior order and the difference either being $100 or 20%, the new proposed guideline amount. Although the state understands that at the time that Mr. Williamson was wanting to seek a modification, his financial situation may have been different. Nevertheless, a modification is still on the table, and whether it would be an increase or a decrease at this time, we believe that the testimony and evidence that is provided and available to us today should be the evidence and testimony that is used to make a determination as this child support amount being increased to the $2,300 based off of guideline amount under the Texas Family Code.
Ms. Gonzalez, do you have any final arguments?
Your Honor, just to expand on that a little bit, based on the pay stubs that have been presented to the court today, reflecting this year, which is the most relevant time period to take into consideration, there has been a material and substantial change to warrant a modification of an increase in child support at this time.
Okay, the court orders the modification is granted and the court orders the father to pay child support in the amount of $2,300 a month beginning August 1st, 2021. All of the stipulations are approved. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
May we be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.